Well, President Trump is not holding back his anger about another failing health care bill.
And Senator John McCain is feeling his wrath. KCAL9 political reporter Bryan joins us with more.
It's not over yet, but it's close. And you know, when this announcement came out today, the air went out of the room right in the Oval Office for sure. President Trump tonight continues to hang on to the very slim chance that the Republicans will somehow come up with enough votes to pass the latest GOP repeal and replace health care bill. Still seething over the last Republican health care bill that also went down in smoke at the hands of Senator John McCain.
You know, John McCain came in and he went thumbs down at 3 o'clock in the morning, and everybody.
Still reliving the trauma of the last losing vote on a Republican health care package, President Trump told a booing crowd of supporters in Alabama Friday night that Senator John McCain's thumbs down was traumatic for the Republican Party.
That was like really a horrible thing. Honestly, that was a horrible, horrible thing that happened to the Republican Party.
The president insisted that even with the defection of Senator McCain, who announced on Friday that he cannot support the Graham-Cassidy bill, the latest attempt to repeal and replace Obamacare, the attempt to pass the bill is not over.
We may make it this time, but the most will be is 1 or 2 votes short. You can't quit when you have 1 or 2 votes short. You can't do it.
And Mr. Trump denounced the Republicans who vote no on this, strongly hinting they will pay a steep political price for those votes.
But it's got to be done in the normal process.
Complaining that the Graham-Cassidy bill is being rushed to a vote and must be carefully studied and vetted, Senator McCain released a statement saying, "I cannot in good conscience vote for the Graham-Cassidy proposal. I believe we could do better working together, Republicans and Democrats." That shattered the hopes of some Republicans that McCain might vote to pass this version, since it was written largely by his best friend in the Senate, Lindsey Graham.
I love him to death.
And McCain is not alone. He and Kentucky Senator Rand Paul have already announced they will be voting no. 5 other Republicans have expressed serious concerns about the bill, and Maine Senator Susan Collins voted no on the last version and is now leaning no again.
There are many concerns that I have about the Graham-Cassidy proposal. They include the fact that they make fundamental changes in the Medicaid program for the first time in more than 50 years.
Collins is getting lots of attention these days because only one more no vote would kill the bill. So back home in Portland, Maine, there was an aerial message urging her to do that. And in Washington, Maine's governor met with Vice President Mike Pence on Friday and turned up the heat on Collins to vote yes.
That Graham-Cassidy will use block grants to give states like Maine the ability to craft solutions that will work for the unique situation in the state of Maine.
But an analysis this week from an independent medical research firm in Washington concluded that the bill would slash federal health care funding to 34 states, which had expanded Medicaid under Obamacare, with California taking the biggest cut of about $76 billion during the first 6 years of the program. Now, if this latest GOP repeal and replace bill does not pass next week, it could have a dramatic impact on the image and control of the Trump administration and the Republican leadership in Congress, both of which would be taking the heat for repeated attempts at passing something, anything, to replace Obamacare, the party line for the past 7 years, and failing miserably time after time. Peter, back to you.
All right, Dave, thanks.